Hi, welcome back to Kitchen Possible. Today, we're going to go over how to prepare Japanese clear soup. How many's ever gone out to your local Japanese restaurant and thought, man, I wish I could learn how to make this because it tastes awesome. For something that seems so simple, no one knows how to make it. So I thought, hey, let's just make some today. I thought that'd be fun. So my son always goes to the Japanese restaurant and he says, Dad, I just love that soup. I just wish I knew how to make it. And I just didn't have the answer. So I researched it out and did some experimentation. And today we're going to go over what my best rendition of the Japanese clear soup is. Now, when you go to the Japanese restaurant and you sit down and you have 3 or 4 courses of fine Japanese cuisine, they might bring you out some clear soup first, or they might bring you after that a nice salad with some ginger dressing. So here in the near future, we're going to learn how to prepare some ginger dressing. And then we're going to move right into some of that Japanese cooking with some of those fancy techniques of how to prepare fried rice and some wonderful chicken or beef or some awesome tasting shrimp. Oh, choice of 3 is always the best way to go. Let me tell you something. I just want to let you know that I appreciate each and every one of you following me so that we can take it and go down this journey together as it relates to extrapolating out of our comfort zone when it comes to cooking here at the house. And so I just thank you right now for each and every one of you for joining me here at Kitchen Possible. Together, who knows what we'll do next. I know one thing, we're not going to cook the same. Find something you'd love to do, you never work a day in your life. So I just want to take the time just for a second to tell you I appreciate that. And today we're going to, like I said, go over this clear soup. And I prepared already, just for the lack of time, or to say, I already prepared a pot. I already have it chopped up and laid out here on this tray so that I can tell you exactly how to prepare it. Now, what you want to do is get you a stock pot and put you in about 6 cups of beef stock or beef broth, which is about 2 boxes at your local grocery store, and then 1 box or 4 cups of chicken broth. And then you want to chop up some celery, like I have here. You want to chop up a medium onion, chop up some carrots. You want to smash up some garlic cloves. Oh, they just love garlic cloves. Boy, they just produce such an aroma. My wife will appreciate that later. But anyway, the garlic cloves, get that nice and prepared, and then get you a ginger root fresh. How many knows when you go to the grocery store, all the goodness in the grocery stores around the outside of the grocery store? I just love to partake in the produce section because let me tell you something, there is nothing like fresh. You know why? Because God made it. So anyway, get you some ginger root, chop that up, about 2 teaspoons of garlic, fresh garlic, and about 1 medium onion. Chop up this however much celery you want, maybe 2 or 3 stalks or 2 stalks. Get you about 2 or 3 big carrot stalks and chop them up. Put them right there and get them all prepared. Put your 6 cups of beef stock or beef broth into the pot and some chicken broth in there. Get that to a rolling boil. Put all your vegetables in there. And now, while that's cooking, you're going to want to prepare your mushrooms. Now, I also have got some utensils here I'm going to go over real quick. Now, to slice up your mushrooms, it's real simple. You just want to get a nice sharp knife and just get in there and just slice them up. Nice and thin. Paper thin. The thinner the better. And I already have a pile here prepared. Also, I want to go over this real quick. Get yourself some kitchen shears or scissors that you only are dedicated to use in the kitchen. There's a nice set. How about that? I'm going to show you how that'll save you a lot of time in the kitchen. But anyway, you put all this in the pot, get it rolling boil, and then turn it down to a simmer. And then get it to where, put a lid on it, let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And boy, I'll tell you, you're gonna begin to salivate because it's gonna smell up the house, and everybody's gonna wonder, what are you cooking? And it's real simple, clear soup. So anyway, moving this out of the way. Now, another tool that you're going to need is a colander. Just a regular average colander that every kitchen has, and a coffee filter. You want to put that coffee filter in that colander if you don't have one of these. Now, I have a colander strainer set that kind of fits here in this pot. So I'm gonna line it up like this. Now I told you I already had this cooking, and this has already been prepared, and it's already softened. Oh, it smells so good. Remember, I put the celery in there, the carrots, I put the ginger root in there, and I put the garlic in there, and the onions, and begin to get it to rolling boil with the beef stock and the chicken stock. Oh, everybody in the pool. Oh, such goodness. And then when it's done, you want to take it and you want to dump it into this strainer situation, or this strainer thing that you have built here. I'm going to turn this eye off here. Get that straining good. You don't want any of those vegetables. Now, I'm going to keep these vegetables for something else. I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to use them for a nice little Japanese stir fry, or I might even pull out some chicken and chop that up and throw it in the wok and do some wonderful, amazing things with that. But I'll teach you that another day. So you want to get this, all of this stock strained out here. And then what you can see what you're left with, all these wonderful goodness vegetables here. And you want to set that aside for another use. Now, what you have is your clear soup in the pot here. Now, at this time, what you're gonna put in there. So I told you I'd go through some use of the scissors. I don't necessarily chop everything. Remember I told you we like to cook everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. So to save time, sometimes I use a pair of kitchen shears. And I get in here and I begin to cut up the scallions to size. These scallions are full of flavor, and they just float around in this clear soup. Oh, it's so wonderfully good. I can just taste it now. Sometimes it's a little quicker to do it like this. Or you can get out your cut board and you can chop it all up. Whatever's easier for you. And then there's ways to do fancy cutting too, and we'll get into that later. And then I go ahead and I'll put in my thinly sliced mushrooms here. I like a little extra on those because they just taste so good. And then you give it a stir. And there you have it. Clear soup. And you might want to serve it up. Oh, I almost forgot the important ingredient. About 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Into the pool here. And then I'm going to use a clear wine glass just so I can demonstrate to you what it looks like. That's it. And there you have it. Japanese clear soup. Hey, listen, it's been a lot of fun. This is real simple. And be sure you partake and prepare everything. It shouldn't take you less, maybe 20, 25 minutes. Very quick, very simple, easy to do, and a lot of fun. It tastes really good, especially on a cold day. And let me tell you something. As always, until we meet again, taste the love.